Alright everyone, welcome back. This is video 2, how to create an assignment in Echo. So again, we're familiar here with our courses. We want to be under the ones we're teaching. And we'll go ahead and click what term. And here's that test class we just created. We just did in video 1 how to create a course. So go ahead and click on the course that you'd like to assign and assignment 2. So here we are, you have announcements that you can post up. This is your class page, similar to what people might know as a Facebook page or a home landing page, or what used to be 5-10 years ago, like a teacher website that kids could go to and find links. So now that all the students can find them all at the same time. So up here at the top, we have gradebook and activities. Gradebook is where we will grade the assignment. And activities is what we're going to assign. So let's go ahead and click activities here across the top. And now we notice here there's past due assignments. So that would be if the due date has passed, you would see those down below. Or if you had upcoming assignments that were due the day of or next week or an ongoing project, that date would be out in the future. You would see those listed here. We want to go ahead and add a new one. So again, up at the top right here, you'll notice the little plus sign. Add new activities. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And then we get this drop-down menu. We have a task, individual assessment of knowledge and thinking, a journal, peer feedback rubric, a workshop, and a learning module. A lot of the times in math, so far where I've explored, is a task would be some sort of homework assignment, in-class assignment, and then the individual assessment would be that test or that performance task. So we're going to click task. Click that very first box there. You'll notice here that it says task again. Once you click task, you cannot go back and change it. You would have to technically delete the activity and go back and start over. So we have a task and we would name it. And this could be worksheet number 1. Or in math, we have different module and assignments within them. Maybe it would be, 2.6 RSG. So your students would know what those would stand for. So any name that they would know that you and them would both agree upon that they know. Visibility, you want to either show them or not show them that it's assigned to them. So as soon as we have something we assign, we'll click show. And then the due date here. So let's say we have an assignment that we want to be due on Friday, the 9th. We could click that. And then it defaults here to that 5 p.m. You could have it be done by 3 o'clock. They need to have it done that day, or maybe midnight. Most of the time, I just leave it at 5 o'clock. And then you notice the next button. Is the submission online or offline? So if they're handing in a paper in class, it would be offline. So they're not submitting it online. Maybe they are sending you a link of something they created on GeoGebra. Then that would be an online submission. So it's your choice there. Sometimes I forget to unclick online and they really hand in a paper and it doesn't really matter. You would just go through and then click them as you grade. The grading would just be on you. Allow students to resubmit. So if that would be an online submission, they would have options to resubmit it or allow late submit. Teacher preference on these here, whether you want the student to be able to see a grade and then say, oh, let me go back and do something better. They could resubmit that. Activity description, you could put what this is here. It was a task, it was in class, whatever the activity was, if you want to give the student a reminder of what you were doing. And of course, you have all these fun tabs up here. You can change the style and font, etc. They might need a link to a Google Doc. You can attach that right here. This Echo is going to be attached, if you notice up here, to your NVUSD drive. So it's all connected there for you. Or if you just have a Word document, maybe an assignment that you just have saved on your desktop, in a folder, that you can link that up there. That way they have the assignment or the rubric attached for them. Is this going to be graded? Yes or no? Grading method, manual scoring, that would be you going through and grading it. Or auto grading. That means if they submit it, they get the max amount of points. Again, teacher preference here. If it's something kind of minuscule, you want them to have just read through something, answered a couple understanding questions. It could be an auto grading or a manual scoring, possibly for a test or something that we want to definitely check for more understanding there. And then maximum possible points. Notice you can assign all the points to one category. Maybe this is a test and you want 100 points, you want 100 points in that knowledge and thinking category. Maybe it's an activity where you want to grade along collaboration, their oral communication, and their written communication. It could be something like the following. However you want to do that, that's up to you, again, depending on the assignment or the rubric that's attached to that assignment. And notice here I've assigned it to my 2 students. These were my test students, Daniel Campos and Kylie Moritz. So there they are. I'll delete them later, so this won't affect them. And once I have all this set up, I go back up to the very top and I'm going to save this activity. Okay, here it is. The students will have a similar view. It'll be a little different for them. And they'll notice how the grading works. There's 5 points collaboration, 5 points oral communication, and then 5 points written communication. If we go to the grade book, which is the next button over, you'll notice that they have no grades because we haven't graded it yet. You'll notice there's no points weighted in the category because it hasn't been weighted yet. If we click activities again, you'll see that now it's a live activity with that upcoming due date as January 9th. If we want to add another activity, you just do the same process over again right there. And you're done. You've created your first activity. Come back to watch the next video on how to grade this assignment.